My name is William Wynn. I live at 5045 Forest Lane Circle in Dallas. Mayor Rawlings, today I'm not going to tell you that fluoride is dangerous. I've already told you that before. I'm not going to tell you that fluoridation is unsafe and ineffective. I've already told you that too. You've already been informed that mandatory fluoridation is bad public policy. You've already been informed that fluoridation puts Dallas citizens in harm's way, particularly minorities. Today, instead, I'm going to tell you about the Environmental Protection Agency. EPA has lent its credibility to the pro-fluoridation movement for decades. But do you know of the questionable role played by the EPA following the 9/11 attacks upon the World Trade Center in 2001? The collapse of the three office towers released thousands of tons of dangerous particulates into the air. These included asbestos, lead, chromium, benzene, PCBs, dioxins, and hundreds of other dangerous substances. Yet then EPA Administrator Christine Todd Whitman appeared twice in New York City soon after the September 11th attacks to inform New Yorkers that the toxins released by the attacks pose no threat to their health. For instance, she said, quote, "The concentrations are such that they don't pose a health hazard. We're going to make sure that everybody is safe," unquote. Nevertheless, a 2003 report by the EPA Inspector General determined that the assurance was misleading because the EPA, quote, "did not have sufficient data and analyses," unquote, to justify it. Manhattan residents later sued the EPA. In a 2006 decision allowing that suit to go forward, a federal judge wrote, quote, "Whitman's deliberate and misleading statements shock the conscience." Nevertheless, Whitman refused to testify, and fortunately for her, the lawsuit was ultimately dismissed on shaky legal grounds. Another agency with credibility problems is CDC, already notorious for its infamous claim that fluoridation was one of the top 10 public health achievements of the 20th century. CDC is currently trying to cover up the linkage between the triple MMR vaccine and autism. I understand that you might find that hard to believe, so I'm going to invite you to a public screening of the movie Vaxxed, which will be held this coming Sunday, September 18th at 3 p.m. in the community room at Valley View Mall in North Dallas. There you will have the rare opportunity to meet Dr. Andrew Wakefield, the courageous English doctor and medical researcher whose research launched the whole controversy back in 1998. So thank you for allowing me this time, and I hope to see you at the movie on Sunday.
Thank you.
Regina Imbergia. Zev Burstein will follow.
Hi, I'm Regina Imbergia. I'm in Philip Kingston's district, and my ongoing concern and request is to halt fluoridation. But today I'm going to start out with inviting you and giving a little more details about the event that's going to happen on Sunday at Valley View Mall, which is 13331 Preston, and in the community room. It's going to go from 2 in the afternoon until 8:30, and we are going to have many health practitioners there, along with Dr. Wakefield. And from 3 to 4:30, we're going to screen the movie Vaxxed. Now, the movie Vaxxed is going nationwide, and it's because there is a CDC whistleblower that admits fraud. And he came out because he had been secretly recorded in some of his conversations talking about how concerned he is for covering up data. He now is under whistleblower protection, still working at the CDC, and he has 10,000 pages of documents that has gone to Congress, and Jason Chaffetz and the Government Oversight Committee is looking into having a investigation on this what's happened. So he has committed fraud, and he also is admitting to it, that this connection with the MMR and autism, the data was cooked and thrown away. There were 5 scientists on that study, and he, like I say, and at that time when he was doing it, he had 17 years, and he got awards every year. So this is the same CDC that I've heard many of you and many people say They say fluoridation is safe and effective because the CDC said it was one of the top 10 health achievements in the 20th century. Well, science evolves and new studies come out. And I heard Kingston, my councilman who's not here today, who will not discuss anything with me, but on September 17th, during the city council briefing meeting, when item 3 was being discussed about the mosquito spraying, he said, "We need to balance risk and benefit." This is a quote. "We know there is a risk from the spraying. We do not have the data to prove there is a benefit. To do our jobs to be responsible to our citizens, we should require proof before we sign off on consent." I have been asking for 3 years that we should have a committee meeting, what is it called? Quality of Life and Environment Committee meeting. Because for 3 years, you all haven't shown us the proof that you have that says that adding hydrofluorosilicic acid to our water is safe. And you don't have the proof. Every time that batch is delivered, they're supposed to have the documents that prove that it has passed the Texas Rule 290.42J. And that product is not going through those rigors of testing, yet you're still putting it in the water. So I have 5 seconds left to say thank you, and I hope you will come to the free event on Sunday. Thank you very much.
Thank you.